Okay. Hey everybody. Got a little something different today because I haven't made a fishing video in a while, but I have been. Maybe it's a little too loud, huh? It doesn't turn. Alright, so we've changed up the channel. We're going to change up the channel a little bit. We got some new stuff coming. We've added some camping to the channel, and this is sort of a product review. First one, it's the Pit Boss griddle. I got it from Tractor Supply. It was a little cheaper than the Blackstone, but it's the same principal concept. It's a flat top griddle. I got it hooked up to my external tank using this hose adapter. You can get one of these off of Amazon for 20 bucks or so. It's a really nice surface. I've made hibachi, fajitas. I'm making some breakfast this morning. Some fresh new potatoes cut up and fried here. And we're gonna add onion to this and have us a little hash browns here. Anyway, so what else we got? We got a refrigerator. I'm gonna review a cooler. I have a canopy to review. A bunch of little things, some battery packs for camping, power supplies or solar generators, if you want to call them that, coming up. And anyway, won't be long till there'll be more content, and I'm probably going to add, which I may just add some more product reviews to this video, and let you and talk about some of the stuff that we've been buying and getting ready. Kayak's still there, fishing's still in progress. I just haven't been in a little bit, and wanted to get started with some of these product reviews because, you know, maybe too late. I purchased this thing because of the price. There are a bunch of these types of cookers for camping, or, you know, at home, obviously. This one here, like I said, was 89 bucks, I think, if I remember correctly, shipped. The Blackstones are a little bit more expensive. There's also a lot of people using what's called a fire disc, which is a round disc. It comes with a stand. They are very expensive. I do like them. It's more like a giant wok griddle thing. It's the same type of steel, carbon steel or whatever, that you have to season just like you would a iron skillet, which is what we did with this. But 2 to 4 people, I think this little job will do the trick for most types of car camping and things like that. These are fresh from somebody's garden, these little new potatoes. So we're going to add a little garlic, salt, and pepper seasoning to this. Oh, I can smell it. And then we're going to throw some onions. And then we're going to throw some onions on here. Also, gosh, I keep throwing potatoes on the ground. Get too carried away. Alright, anyway, so wanted to give a quick, just wanted to talk about this. Like I said, later on, hopefully today, going to make some more videos about some of the other stuff. It's springtime, by the way, or almost summer here in Mississippi, so it's pretty comfortable right now. I don't know if he'll eat it or not. Usually she'll eat anything you throw at her. Still a little hot. But like I said, we're gonna add fishing, but we're gonna add camping videos. We got I've got a teardrop camper or square drop camper ordered with racks so I can haul my kayaks on it and whatever else. And it's being made right now. I won't be able to pick it up till sometime in, I think the first weekend of August is when we're going. And anyway, we bought a bunch of little things. 12 volt compressor cooler that I have in my room. And some other little stuff, lanterns, little odds and ends. I mean, I used to backpack and camp a lot, which I'm not, the whole content of the channel is not changing. and we'll still be fishing, but we're just going to add some extra elements. And I know there's plenty of videos because I've searched for them, but I want to give my honest poor man product reviews on some of this stuff so that you get a good idea. But this thing right here, for instance, I mean, it was just a steal in my opinion. You can get a 2-burner one that's a little bit bigger, 22 inches, but I figured it'd be a little, this was plenty good enough, and obviously I use it to cook with here at home. And it does the trick. I mean, it's a pretty neat little device. And you don't need a whole lot of grease, which is pretty amazing. It doesn't stick, as you can tell. I mean, the surface is just hot. I don't know if I'm rambling now at this point, but I will do some more editing on this later. Okay, so it's a little crowded in here. But, two things. This is the Joy Tudis 42 quart cooler. Joy Tudis. It's got a, and as you can see, I'm running it off a WANFI non-regulated 12 volt cigarette adapter. But anyway, this is a 505 watt hour battery. We'll go into a little more detail later. Anyway, I'm running it off of that. We're going to see how long it takes, or how long it's running. It's on 30, I think I got it set on 34. I'm going to run it at 35, 34, 35 degrees. 42-inch quart cooler with super strong handles. I went to the Bose RV website and ordered the Bose RV 42 quart because they had a good discount code. I got it for a really good price from the website. And this is what I got. Let me move the battery pack down here. So that's my power supply running that, and I wanted to plug it in on that. I do have the, it comes with a brick, it comes with this power supply. What's cool, I don't know if you can see it, is it's got 3 settings, medium, high, and low, and for the battery protection. Okay, so you could plug this into your car on 12 volt and not run your battery down in your car. And a lot of these don't have this. This is a interesting feature, but I wanted to see because this power supply is unregulated. Whoops. This power supply is unregulated, 12 volt output. It does have a pure side inverter. It does have outputs on the front, quick connects. It's got a DC input for charging from the power supply, a power supply, or solar, which, as you can see, there's a solar panel back there. I don't know if you've been on any other channels, you know what that is. Now, here's the, it's got a basket, cool little light. It says it's 45 in this compartment, or 50. In this one it's 30 something degrees. I got some drinks and some cheese in here just to keep stuff in it. So we're going to let it run, and we're going to come back and talk about this again some more later, and the battery supply, and the solar panel, and some other stuff. And like I said, this channel is not just about fishing anymore, but we've added some other outdoor stuff with it. Wanted to show you this little deal. Back to this real quick. If you order the Bose RV 42 quart cooler off their Bose RV website, you're going to get a Joy Tudis. But I guess the long and short is I assume these are all Chinese made and Chinese companies, and they just put different labels and different stickers on them and call them different things. So if you go to Amazon or eBay or look at other people's reviews, a lot of these coolers are exactly the same, and some of the stuff is interchangeable, so keep an eye out on that. But so far, I mean, I didn't know anything about these until I got back into camping. I tried one of those cheesy, well, you know, it's like a Coleman cooler, and Cool something makes it. It's a Peltier effect that uses instead of a compressor, it's got a little fan and fin thing, and it didn't do anything. I mean, it didn't work. This has got a little less space. It does have the basket that comes out with a divider. You know, I think for a couple or whatever, if you need to keep stuff cold and drinks and milk and cheese or little meat, this would be good for weekends, or even longer term if you run it down to 0. It will get down to 0 degrees, easy. It's a pretty cool thing. So from what I can tell, I think it uses like 35 watts on this Eco mode. It's got Eco and Max. And like I said, I'm running off 12 volts, and I want to see what happens, like how far it'll run down, how long it'll take. I turned it on, I plugged it up at about 11, so we're going to see what happens here with the battery, and we'll report back later. Thank you. Okay, I was just going to do a little bit more update on some things. Here's the Pit Boss grill. I don't know if you can see it. I need a light. Anyway, I just got done making hamburgers on it. I've had the same tank since I got it. I've probably cooked 10 meals on this thing, and I'm telling you, it's worth the money. Very easy to clean. It's not spotless, obviously, but I put water. There's plenty of videos out there on how to clean these things. Main thing that I've done is the oil. I use olive oil or sesame oil or flaxseed oil. Olive oil keeps it less sticky. So that's the one I would use. I wouldn't use canola. I've heard bad things. All right, let's all right, now updating here. The Joy Tudis 42 liter, 34 degrees, on the Wanfi since 11 o'clock this morning. Now, I did hook the solar panel up. This is a 100 watt Jackery Solar Saga 100 hooked to a I bought the adapters. That's something else you need to think about with these is the adapter cords, because this is the 8mm plug. This is the 8mm to well, this is called an Anderson style, I think is what it's called. But anyway, that's what I got plugged into my Wanfi. Of course, it's not charging now, but it was charging a little bit through the window. Probably not very effective. And as you can see, I'm down 1 bar. Again, this does not have a regulated 12 volt supply. We're going to see if it runs all night. It's been running since 11 o'clock this morning, give or take. Refrigerator does great. Everything in there's cold. It's a great little fridge. I mean, I should probably do a more detailed review. You know, some people complained about the lid, but I happen to like it. If you can see this hinge, you know, that's what they complain about, and it grips on this part right here. And, you know, seems to do good. I have not taken this camping yet. Just been in here. I will tell you this. I drug it on the concrete out here, and it scratched the bottom. So, I probably wouldn't recommend that. It didn't scratch it bad, but, you know, it's not something I would do. I mean, this is a refrigerator. It's a 12 volt compressor fridge. Obviously, it doesn't have the Danfoss compressor in it. It has a Chinese something or other, but it works. And so far so good. And I've had it plugged in for 3 weeks on regular power. But today, this morning I put it plugged into this, and I've got it set on the medium battery saver setting, and we'll see if it holds its temp. On the Eco mode, I know that it fluctuates a little bit more. This display is really sensitive and bright. It's something you might want to think about in a camper or RV or van application. I've seen some people cover this display up. So this Joy Tudis is the same as the other brands I mentioned in another clip, but it's the same as the oh gosh, there's a couple of them. There's a bunch of them that they just put stickers on them, y'all. I mean, they're probably all made in the same factory. But the quality of it's, I mean, I think I paid $260, $280, something like that. I mean, for the money, I don't think you can beat this. You can go ahead and pay $700 for a Dometic or, but same size, probably $700-800. But, if it lasts me several years, we'll see. But anyway, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have enough experience with it, but I can tell you right now, I think it was worth the money. As far as the power supply there, I mean, it was super cheap. Now, it's supposed to have it's 505 watts. But I can tell you this, the inverter is pretty awesome, because I ran a electric kettle off of it so far, a heater off of it. I've ran everything off that inverter, and it never went off. It never clipped off. It boiled water in my electric kettle, and I know that it's over 800 watts, maybe 1,000 watts, and the inverter just powered right on through. So that may be a design flaw on the inverter or whatever. It may burn the tea kettle out or something, but I was shocked that a 500 watt hour battery would do that. Would do that. And like I said, we'll see how long it lasts. I'm going to run it. I'm going to see if it'll run it all night. And like I said, it just dropped down to 1 bar. It's been on since 11 o'clock today, and it was getting very little solar back into it. And it'll pass through charge too. Let me go ahead and say that. It's got the little light here on the end. Maybe I'll turn that on in another video too. But those are two things I wanted to try to talk about, get a review out on these two items in my grill, which I hope to do a longer, more detailed, grilling video and stuff like that. But we're getting a little teardrop camper that's supposed to be picking up in August that I can haul my boats on, and I'm really looking forward to it. But we're getting set up so we can, even park at a Walmart or be out in the national forest with no electricity, completely off the grid. And I'll probably get some more solar at another point, but for now I thought that this solar panel is just pretty well bulletproof, I think. I know you pay more for these, but you can't go wrong, I don't think. Anyway, we'll talk about all this stuff more later. Please like and subscribe, and leave comments, questions, and we'll talk about it some more. Thank you.